Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Moshe Yehuda Israel coming to you from Douglasville, Georgia, FOPE, for our people's edification. All praises to the Most High. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. To Yah be the glory. You know, I was listening to a brother speak earlier, and he was speaking about us as a people and the countries of Africa becoming a state, a united state of Africa. Hallelujah. One of the things one of the questions is, shall I say, we are in the land of our enemies. We have been scattered to the four corners of the earth, and here we are. After we've built up everything, they do not want us here. Okay? The question is, how does we as a people leave where we're not wanted? Believe it or not, we are wanted in Africa from where we were taken from. They do not want us here. They hate us because of who we are as a people. They rape our women. They rape our children. And yes, they even rape our men. They are still hanging our people. They are shooting our brothers and sisters in the back. They have them on the ground and they pull their guns and they shoot you while you are incapacitated on the ground. And what I mean by incapacitated, they have the cuffs on you, they have a knee in your neck, and their guns are drawn on you, and they shoot you and claim you were resisting. But I see a lot of my people are hell-bent on staying with their slave masters. They are trying to get it back to Jim Crow, family. Where you work for nothing. Already we're working for nothing because my wife, she gets Social Security now because she's retired. But check this out. They took out for Social Security. They took out for Medicare. But yet, they want to take money from her Social Security to pay for the Medicare that she has already paid for working 45 years. But they hope you don't pick it up or think about these things. This is a wicked society that we are in. Even the Word of God tells us to separate from them, have nothing to do with them. Don't give your sons to marry their daughters. Don't give your daughters to marry their sons. But what I see today is my people are going opposite of what God has said. And then you wonder why we ended up in the situation that we're in. Then our mothers are crying over their sons that were shot in the back. Like the brother who ran from the police with the police taser, and they shot him in the back. The wife was crying over her husband, but at the same time, he was calling her name. Not the wife's name, but the white woman's name, whom he was having an affair with. And then you wonder why he was killed. He wasn't killed because he was drunk. He wasn't killed because he ran. White people run from the police, but they don't get shot in the back like my people do. They saw another nigger with a white woman, and they assassinated him. But my people want to be all in tune with their white counterparts, and we must love everybody, love thy enemies, do good to them that spitefully use you, pray for them that come against you. He wasn't talking about the Edomite dogs that Yeshua called a dog in Matthew 15:24. That's not what it was talking about, fam. We got to study the scriptures and learn what the scriptures mean. And the only way you can do that is through the power of the Ruach. But my people, my beloved brothers and sisters, why do you feel the need to lay down with dogs is beyond my comprehension. It is beyond my comprehension. The love I have for my brothers and sisters, but my brothers, and you know what, and I was saying on another video how my brothers and sisters, they don't show me any kind of love. And I understand, you got to first learn to love yourself. But they don't love themselves. Because if they did, they would keep the law, statutes, and commandments. If they love themselves, they would be obedient to the words of Yah. If they love themselves. Yah said, if you love me, keep my commandments. If you're not keeping the commandments, you don't love the Most High. If you don't love the Most High, it's because you don't love yourself. Because you are made in the image of the Creator. After His likeness. We are made in the image after the likeness, and you refuse to keep the law, statutes, and commandments that will help you to live a peaceable life before the Most High. My people have been so indoctrinated into the wickedness of our enemies that they enjoy doing the same thing that the enemy's doing, cutting down trees, fastening it on every side and decorating with silver and gold. I bet they're probably dancing around it naked too. Family, beloved, what is it going to take for you to understand There's a reckoning that is a coming. This a reckoning will determine whether you make it into the kingdom or not. A lot of brothers and sisters are not going to make it into the kingdom. When our ancestors came out of Israel, out of Egypt, the first time out of Goshen, which is in Egypt, Kemet, when they came out, a lot of them, in fact, none of the ones that came out physically made it into the kingdom. And some didn't even make it to the 40 year that was given to them to die off. Why? Because they were disobedient. The ground opened up and swallowed 3,000 people alive. Opened up, straight to hell, bottomless. That's the power of the Most High. But my people still don't believe. We done seen miracles after miracles. The Most High brought the 10 plagues that upon Egypt before Pharaoh let the people go. The people saw this. In the wilderness, their clothes didn't even wear old. They had food to eat because God gave them manna from heaven, food that the angels eat. When they got tired of that and started complaining, instead of asking the Most High, what? He gave them quail. When is the complaining going to stop? Who made who? Did you make God, or did God make you? So why are you complaining to the Most High? Oh, I get it. You're complaining because of the condition we're in. But isn't it because we wouldn't listen? Because we wouldn't obey the law, statutes, and commandments that we ended up in the condition that we're in? So why are you complaining? You where you want to be. Family, I'm going to say this with all sincerity. You can search it out, you can examine it, you can do whatever you want to do. But the Most High is coming soon. And He's coming for His people without a spot or wrinkle. Does that mean that we are without sin? No, it doesn't. Because all have sinned and have fallen short of the glory of the Most High. But the gift of the Most High is through Yeshua Mashiach, whom they hung from a tree, gave His life so we can come back home to where we're supposed to be, where we belong. I love my people. If I didn't love my... And it's funny because Facebook got me in Facebook timeout. I refuse to put my phone back on Facebook. Does it mean I can't get on Facebook? No. I can get on Facebook anytime I want to because I have other phones. But the reason why I don't post a lot of videos to those phones is because I'm tired of the foolishness. I'm tired of the rhetoric. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the deceit that is going amongst our people. We can't come together because we hate one another. Why are we hating on one another? We're supposed to be loving on one another. You're my brother. You're my sister. We're not supposed to be doing what the Edomites are doing. These snowflakes. These mongoloids. They are heathens living contrary to Yah's word. If my people, which are called by my name, saith Elohim, would humble themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and I will heal their land. The only way our land is going to be healed, you got to turn from your wicked ways. You got to set your feet on the path of righteousness, holiness. My grandmama always used to quote this to me every time: be ye holy, for I am holy. For without holiness, no man shall see God. We must be holy. We must have a mindset of holiness. Does it mean we're not going to slip or fall or stumble? No, it does not. That's why we have grace to pick us up. Because it is not Yah's will that any be lost, but all come into the knowledge of who he is. Hallelujah. He's our Father. We are the children of Israel, the true children of Israel, the chosen children of Israel. Not these Ashkenazi Jews that are running around that came from the Georgian Caucasus Mountains that spread it throughout Europe like a cancer growth. Not them that was thrown in, 6 million of them, into Hitler's prison. Not them. Because Hitler knew the truth about who they were. But they are giving reparation to them. But those of us who are the true Hebrew Israelites, those of us who were taken as slaves, those of us that are still in bondage today, we are still looking for reparation and have not got it. We have not got our satisfaction from what they have done to us. But you want to go out and buy flat screen TVs, the 1.25 inch eyelashes, so you can go to blinking at the men. Well, I got news for you. It don't look good. It does not look good at all. Family, we must come together. We must unite. We must keep laws, statutes, and commandments. We must stand for holiness. We must love our brothers and our sisters. We must turn from our wicked ways. We must. We must. We must. Look at the signs of the times. Pestilence, wars, rumors of wars. All of these things is the beginning of sorrow. Where tribulation has already began. But the so-called Christians believe that they're going to get taken up out of here before the tribulation period began. But it already began. The mark of the beast is already in place. When they make it mandatory for you to get tested for coronavirus, you will be immunized in your right arm. They will put that mark in you. They will be able to control you from that mark. They'll control what you think, control what you do. They will have you doing the most hideous things you could ever imagine. Oh, they've been experimenting in Florida a few years ago. They have what is called zombieism. They gave an inoculation to a black guy, a brother, and he was walking down the Miami Herald Bridge naked as a jaybird. He saw a white guy walking past him. He grabbed that white guy and literally ate the face off the guy to the point where he had to have total reconstruction surgery. They had another case, same thing. So they have the drug. They have the drug. Guess what? They can release it in your water supply. They can release it in your water supply, and you wondering why you eating human flesh. China's already sending it over here and make it up look like ground beef, and McDonald's is buying it, Wendy's, Burger King, Checkers. They're buying this because they're getting it at a cheaper rate than those that are selling actual beef right here in America from Texas. I don't eat that stuff. I don't eat fast foods. But they're putting that drug in that cause you to desire human flesh. Excuse me. Excuse me. My people, my people. My people. You have to start using what God gave you. You look, listen, and you analyze everything that these Edomites are telling us over the television. I don't watch that much television. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, because I know it's a bunch of lies. A prime example. You remember back in the 60s, they were trying to race against Russia to see who's gonna get to the moon first, and the Russians sent their ship off before America did, and it made it through that firmament that surrounds the Earth, and then outside of the firmament is a radiation belt that secures that firmament within its place. Well, that ship went through that radiation belt and came back through it, and when it came back through, what do you think happened when it got back to the Earth? Yeah, dude was overcooked. How many of y'all seen an overcooked roast? It is charcoal. That's how this guy was inside the capsule. Now the capsule was fine, but the radiation that went through that capsule cooked him like he was in a microwave oven. They told America about it. So America, what did they do? They did a humongous movie set, and they made it look like the moon, like the astronauts were actually landing on the moon, and they didn't land on the moon. See, you got to think about what is being said and how it's being said. Analyze, research. See, I don't take everybody at what they say. I research. You say something that sounds good. That sounds good. Let me go ahead. Oh, he's right. She's right. Oh, no. You're wrong in that area. Stop being gullible. As a child, when we were children, my parents used to say, don't you take candy from nobody. nobody. Because they will use that to lure you in a vehicle, and they will never see you. We will never see you again. But that goes for, when they say anyone, that includes your friends and also. Because I got beat down when someone that I thought was my friend went in the store. I'm outside. I didn't have no money to go in the store, so my parents always say, if you don't have any money to go in the store, you don't have no business being in that store if you don't have any money to go in that store. So I'm outside hanging out, chilling, flipping pennies, and someone I thought was my friend came out, and he's like, hey, he has some now laters, and he asked that I want a now later. I said, yeah. He gave me a now later. He went back in the store and said, I stole some now laters. When I didn't steal anything. He stole now laters. I didn't know he stole now laters. I was never in the store. But I got beat down because I should have never received anything from anyone. My parents said, if I want you to have it, I'll give you the money to get it, or I'll give it to you myself. See, I was gullible. But I learned a lesson early. And because I learned that lesson early, I've never been to prison. I never had a felony charge against me. Never. But that's not to say that they may not, because of my awakening, throw something on me, try to hem me up. But it won't be because I'm gullible, because I'm a long way from gullible. What I'm saying all of this to say this. Family, we got to come together. We got to excommunicate ourselves from our enemies by any means necessary. We got to wake up, stand up, and I mean stand up for your rights. They don't want us here, then let us go. Pharaoh, let my damn people go. Let us go. You don't want us here, then open up the borders and let us go. We don't need no passport. We don't need just let us the hell go. And leave us alone when we leave. There's 52 million of us walking around today. Look here. That's walking around outside of the prisons. There's another 2 million nationwide that is incarcerated in the prison system. Prisoners, slaves. Those who have been falsely accused, falsely incarcerated for crimes that they did not commit. But the greatest crime that was committed against us. And there has been no restitution even to today. There has been not one restitution made. But they'd say, oh, that happened in the past, forget about it. We want to move on from here and forget the past. Well, then, if that's the case, what about those Ashkenazi Jews that were thrown in the concentration camps and thrown into furnaces? Y'all send them $2 billion a year for reparation. $2 billion in reparation. We didn't. No, don't let me say that, because the vast majority of those cockroaches on Capitol Hill are German descent. They came from over there. When they got here, they stole the country. And I never could understand that. How in the hell do you steal a country? Then turn around and go and steal a whole nation from another country and force them into slavery. That is beyond my comprehension. You steal a country, slaughter those that are already here, turn around and go into another country and kidnap a nation of people and force them into slavery. Then you rape the men, anally rape the men, anally rape the little boys, the little girls, the women, castrate men because our people were slinging down to the kneecaps, and it scared them because the white woman might go for them because they're like this, them Edomites. If they did get something like that, it's because they got injected. It ain't real. It ain't natural. Family, beloved, think. My brother heading up the black militia has a morning constitution that he gives every morning. I guess this is my afternoon constitution. May y'all bless you and keep you. It's my prayer. I pray that this message do not fall on deaf ears, but is meditated on by those who will hear it. I am Moshe Yehuda Israel with FOPE for our people's edification. We're here to edify. To my brother Shashem, to my brother Quinat, much love, much respect. To my brother Tarani Kael, who is in Chicago. To my brother Yael, who is in Kansas. To my brother Jeremiah, who is out of Los Angeles, California. To my brother Prince, out of Chicago. We have a lot of leaders that are scattered. But as we have leaders that are scattered, our people need to start listening to the leadership that God has given. Because we're going to be judged by every word that come out of our mouth, whether it's good or bad. This is why we have to continue speaking truth. This is why we must continue to live what we speak, practice what we preach by all means. I'm on the plantation, gotta go. May y'all bless you and keep you is my prayer. Much love.